Kamaru Usman finally had the opportunity to square off against Khamzat Chimaev, and the two prominent fighters delivered an electrifying performance for their fans. The combat sports world was in for a treat at UFC 294 when two of the most formidable fighters, Khamzat Chimaev and Kamaru Usman, squared off inside the octagon. While these two MMA stars come from different disciplines, the anticipation for their bout was palpable. Boxing professionals from around the world tuned in to witness the spectacle, and their reactions were nothing short of intense.
Nigerian nightmare is done. It's in the bag, and you've probably seen Khamzat Chimaev got the job done. And he did it, well, he did it with a stunning opening round. It looked like Khamzat Chimaev was going to finish Usman in round one. It looks like he was going to...
No, majority decision.
So one was a draw?
No, majority. So 3-0.
Right. No, that's unanimous.
Oh, was it not unanimous?
That was
majority.
That's ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense.
You give the second and third to Usman, some judge did? That's insane.
Khamzat believed that Usman's motivation for taking the fight was solely to cash in, suspecting that Usman already had a built-in excuse. Khamzat asserted, "The guy's just here to make a quick buck, and there's certainly a substantial amount of money involved. I believe he earns a pretty penny when he steps into the ring with me. It's a different level of compensation." While everyone enters the arena with the intent to win, he seems to have his fallback plan and he's securing his paycheck. He further added, "Many talk about my legacy, my championship belts, and my achievements, but when significant sums are on the line, people tend to forget all that. The important thing is that this guy secures his earnings for his family, and that's what brings him here, I believe." As for the fight itself, the pros in the fighting community had a lot to say about the performance of both fighters. There were rumors that Kamaru might withdraw due to an alleged injury, and even Joe Rogan commented on Usman's persistent battles with knee problems. Kamaru has experienced significant damage to his knees. They're in a constant state of discomfort. He battles through excruciating pain, and it's reached a point where he even descends stairs in reverse to alleviate the pressure on his knees. This adjustment in his walking style was necessary due to his severely compromised knees. If you examine the contrast between the muscle development in his legs and the muscle development in his upper body, you'll notice a remarkable difference. A significant part of this difference can be attributed to the damage sustained by his knees. When it comes to his grappling, especially his wrestling, he relies heavily on his upper body, avoiding extensive use of his legs. This approach is largely a result of his knee issues. In essence, what makes Kamaru particularly formidable isn't just his physical prowess, but also his mental strength. To endure and perform at an elite level despite the constant pain he experiences in his knees is a testament to his exceptional mental fortitude. Meanwhile, Israel Adesanya believed that Kamaru Usman would emerge victorious, but he cautioned people not to be overly surprised if Usman managed to secure an early victory. Adesanya expressed, "My gut feeling is in favor of Usman, but don't be too shocked if Kamaru takes out Khamzat in the third round. I believe Khamzat is a durable fighter, but if he manages to survive, I'd predict a unanimous decision victory for Kamaru. However, don't rule out the possibility of Usman finishing the fight in the third round. My prediction would be a Kamaru win by unanimous decision, or a late finish." On the other hand, Michael Bisping leaned towards the idea that Usman could secure a win, but he considered Khamzat as the more reliable choice. Bisping explained, "Usman is getting up there in age, and there's a lot at stake for him because a victory would earn him a shot at Sean Strickland. It's worth noting that Usman has already defeated Sean Strickland in the welterweight division." He explained that there is a significant amount of motivation behind becoming a two-division world champion, and Kamaru Usman is undeniably an exceptional fighter. However, on the other side of the coin, we have Khamzat Chimaev, whose true capabilities remain somewhat unknown. Chimaev's victory over Gilbert Burns, who gave Usman a tough challenge, raises questions. Usman's domination of Burns came a few years ago, so it's uncertain how the two fighters compare in the present. Bisping added, "If I were forced to make a choice, I might lean towards Chimaev, but it's essential not to underestimate Usman. Usman was well aware that people would focus on his past losses, and he, much like Mike Tyson, believed in the ability to overcome setbacks like those. Naturally, I felt disappointed that I didn't emerge victorious because I had invested a significant amount of effort to secure a win. However, it was disheartening when, in the wake of my defeat, many began to question whether I was feigning it. People wondered why I wasn't visibly upset or downcast. Meanwhile, Kamaru appeared to have a good understanding of the type of fight he would be up against when facing Khamzat. Kamaru expressed his admiration for his opponent, acknowledging Khamzat's impressive skills, his strength, size, speed, wrestling, grappling, and striking abilities. However, he also emphasized that, ultimately, we are all human beings, and everyone's sense of invincibility can be deflated when faced with a formidable challenge. Kamaru stated, "It's a no-brainer." He then clarified that his primary focus was squarely on his upcoming opponent, Khamzat Chimaev. "I've got a mountain in front of me that I have to conquer, and that's my immediate concern. We'll address what comes next afterward." Regarding his future aspirations, Kamaru had his sights set on achieving monumental feats and making history in the sport. He stated, "As I mentioned earlier, the opportunity to achieve something truly historic is what drives fighters. We step into that arena, giving our all and taking substantial risks for the prospect of significant rewards." Many people wondered why I wasn't keen on moving up to the middleweight division. At the time, both Israel Adesanya and I were reigning champions, and there was a lot of anticipation surrounding a potential showdown between us. However, I wasn't, and still am not particularly interested in that. Kamaru Usman doesn't appear to be overly concerned about facing him. He seems content with his life, with everything going well. He went on to say, "Izzy has mentioned taking a break, so my idea is to hold the middleweight title in the meantime. When he returns, we can discuss the logistics of weight classes. I can confidently say that this year, I plan to secure the middleweight belt, and eventually, I aim to add the welterweight belt to my collection as well." This fight is indeed intriguing. Credit goes to Chimaev for stepping up because facing Usman is no easy task. We're aware of Usman's excellent takedown defense, and even Colby Covington had difficulties when Usman attempted to take him down. It's shaping up to be an interesting matchup. We can anticipate a stand-up battle with Chimaev taking an aggressive approach. Usman is a well-rounded fighter himself and has secured significant knockouts in his career. This promises to be an incredible fight, part of a stacked event with a jam-packed card. Overall, as the fight concluded, the boxing pros were unanimous in their praise for both Chimaev and Usman. They recognized the unique blend of striking and grappling skills displayed by the fighters, which exemplified the beauty of mixed martial arts. Khamzat Chimaev and Kamaru Usman demonstrated that MMA has evolved to a point where fighters are well-rounded and proficient in multiple disciplines. The reactions of boxing pros to the Khamzat Chimaev versus Kamaru Usman fight at UFC 294 reflect the high level of excitement and admiration for the fighters' abilities. The match served as a reminder that mixed martial arts continues to captivate and inspire both fans and professionals from various combat sports backgrounds. So, that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned and we will catch you in the next video.